Shouts out to Mid Tate. Now, I told y'all I would start a segment, and the segment is some of the stupidest things that I have heard all day. But in the reverse of that, I'm gonna do the reverse, the smartest thing that I have heard all day. You know what I'm saying? So you got some of the things that I see that I just think are stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. Why don't people do that? That don't even make no sense. But then on the other hand, in the vice versa, throw up that Uno card, the reverse. The smartest things that I have heard all day. And this is one of the smartest things that I have heard all day. Why? Because everything that he said is true. They tax the hell out of you over the houses. You know what I'm saying? You never really own, okay, if you don't own, you would never own the land like that. You would never really own the land like that because you're going to die and you're going to have to pass it on. We understand that. But our brother right here, Tay sitting up here saying that it's better to buy land. And he told me why it's better to buy land. So I would have to say on this segment, this is one of the smartest things that I have heard all day long. And it goes out to our brother Tay right here.
Houses lock you into taxes, insurance, and debt.
He said houses locked you into taxes and debt. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Automatically, this is true.
Land gives you time and options. A house keeps you busy. Land says
A house does keep you busy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to worry about the maintenance of that house and then whatever the land that you own around it.
you free. And I set a goal to create 1,000 new landowners by March. So make sure you reserve your spot in our program so that you can come join the new rich.
So maybe, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard that. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to our younger brother right here. I ain't never heard that far as in owning a house, owning a property, or owning land. You know what I'm saying? I guess in taxes, those three different things are different. A house is different on taxes, the properties are different on taxes, and the land is different on taxes. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, hold on, Joe. So those are all the same things. But when you start talking about federal and state and local taxes from our government, they're put in three different categories. So they're looked at differently. So I understand what he is trying to say. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to charge you so much property taxes on land that you own like that if there's nothing on it. But what happens when you start putting homes and strip malls and start turning it into an orchard, or you want to make it into a warehouse? We're going to find out. But my next move, I think it'd be good for me to buy some land. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? But he said, I'm going to go over the video again because I got to go over it again. But he said to truly be free is to own land. And that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? That would make some sense. You would be free on the land that you own if you're the only person supposed to be there. We sit up here, family, and we save money by getting into the apartments and the condominiums and the studios and the 1 and 2 and 3 bedroom. But that's not really being free. We think we free because we own homes and we got some distance around us. I learned. I hate living in apartments. I hate living close to people. You know what I'm saying? I really do, because your neighbors is not going to act as good as you act. What things that you are accustomed of, how cleanly things are, or loudness, they can't be you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not you, so they're not going to act like you. So that trouble comes. You know what I'm saying? Trouble and problems come when you have nosy neighbors, when you have loud neighbors, when you have rude neighbors. So to get around that, you would think, okay, I'll buy me a house and now I get up out the apartments and I won't have the drama of being in apartments. But it steps up a little bit more. What if you don't like the people in your neighborhood? What if you get into it with the people that stay next door to you or the people down the street? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not getting along because once more again, they are not you. They're not going to be respectful like you are. They ain't going to be, not going to be good hosts. They're not going to be any of that. They're not going to be all tranquil and all meek and stuff like. They're not going to do that. They're going to be some asses. That's what they're going to be. So when our brother sit up here and he says to own land is true freedom, I got to look into that, family. I really, you know what I'm saying? I really got to look into the fact of me owning land, not even if I develop the land. But he said there's freedom found in it. I got to find that freedom, family.
they don't want you buying land, they want you buying houses. Houses lock you into taxes, insurance, and debt.
Taxes, insurance, and debt. Those are all true. You know what I'm saying? You sitting over there paying insurance for a house that nothing happens. So the insurance, just like your car, just like you a good driver, you look in your rear view mirror, you look on your side mirrors, you stop correctly at the light, you do everything in traffic, you look for pedestrians, you're not out here driving like a damn hellion. But at the end of the year, you paid over $1,500 into an insurance that you will never use because you don't want people hitting your damn car. You will never have your car hit. You will never get into a car wreck, but you still paying on insurances that they say you need, but you showed for the last 10 years, you never needed that insurance. So when our brothers sit up here and say, oh, well, you're going to be paying into taxes, you're going to be paying into insurance. You are, family.
Land gives you time and options. A house keeps you.
So the options, what options do you have with land? It has to be more than owning a house. It has to.
Busy. Land sets you free. And I set a goal to create 1,000.
But how does that land set you apart and how does it set free? I have to look into this. Your brother Israel, I'm going to have to get me some land somewhere, somehow, some kind of way. As long as there's a God, there's a will in me. So it's going to happen. And I just want my brothers and sisters, I want y'all to think